Hey guys, welcome to another session of Kiss My Badge for the fans, by the fans, covering the most watched debatable league
hotly contested
in the world. Before we start anything, before we start anything, of course, I have to mention this. Shout out to our Liverpool fans. This is actually the 32nd anniversary of the Hillsborough disaster. Hence, yes, we have to mention this. Justice for 96. Never forgotten, guys.
Shout out also to our content partner, Matchday Affairs, Mirza, Liverpool fan also.
Yep.
So
okay.
Yep.
So never forget. After 31 games, except for maybe City, who has played 32.
32,
right?
yep.
After 32 games, Manchester City is still at the top and most likely to win.
Likely to stay.
depending on which Manchester United fan you ask.
Yes, correct. Because I still have some who say we can still win this, bro. So City at the top of the league with 74 points. United is still second, of course, 63 points.
Congrats, United.
Yeah, they have been doing well this year, actually. Leicester City is third, 56 points. West Ham is fourth with 55 points. And Chelsea is at fifth spot with 54 points. And we have to mention this, Liverpool is sixth with 52 points. So it's actually still anybody's game.
Liverpool out of UCL.
Yep.
So hopefully they can, qualify for
Qualify
Europa.
for Europa. Thank you for the mention. Thank you for the mention.
But Arsenal still in contention.
If you say so lah. If you say so. This is the
Same,
Arsenal fan.
you same level as the United fans who say that we can still win this, bro.
I mean, that's not so far fetched lah.
a
Considering,
bit lesser
I mean, of
far-fetched.
course, the whole point of it is we like to see it mathematically, and of course, realistically, a lot of things happen for a reason, and the reason why Man City are number one is because realistically speaking, they are the number one team in England. There's no denial of this team's caliber. Obviously, Pep has gone on to, went on to buy good players. I mean, first of all, money talks. Secondly, of course, no one's discounting the fact that he is a good and proven manager. So he knows what to do with these players. And I guess it's about managing egos and managing players and managing talents. Because right now, this season, Phil Foden is blazing the
He's having
pitch.
a blast, man.
And still very young, and he's very likened to be a Man City legend by the looks of it, because it seems that Man City will be, first of all, quite sad that they let Sancho go, because Sancho was a City Academy player. They let him go, but thankfully enough they retain Foden. So in a way, Pep has proven himself to be a top manager. So that shows in the league table.
I mean, even the centre backs are very, very skillful.
Yeah.
They can, I don't know what Pep is telling them to do.
5-star
his
skill
instructions.
move. 5-star skill move.
5-star skill move. And they
Like
can
FIFA.
be up in the final third of the opponent's half.
Yes.
Just like that.
Yep.
Anyway, let's put a lowdown for Manchester City. We are into match week 32.
Yep.
Most of the teams, except for Manchester City, right? All of them have 6 more games left in the season.
Yep.
That's quite fast, guys. That's quite
Yes,
fast.
man.
And if, let's say, we are being positive, right? If Manchester United wins all their games, right?
Yeah.
Manchester City can still be top just by winning 3 games and drawing 1.
Yes.
Yep.
So they just need 10 points.
Yeah, 10 points.
If Man U
Win
wins
everything.
everything,
Yes. And
wins
that's-
everything. That's the
Considering in the most positive scenario, with them still to play Liverpool and Leicester City.
who
United.
United.
Yeah. Still got these two teams.
Yeah. But United is on fire. So Liverpool and Leicester City quite easily beaten.
Draw.
Huh?
We
Easily
draw.
beaten. Leicester lost to West Ham. And
We lost to Leicester.
yeah.
Club tie.
City
We
lost
Leicester.
to Leeds.
So mathematically, Arsenal can come back.
I like that.
It has to always come back to us.
I have to put in a bit of Arsenal. Arsenal
Different
fan.
competition
Have to
also.
put in there. Next game for Manchester City is Aston Villa.
Yes.
They were shocked by Leeds last weekend.
Yep.
Last minute goal 2-1. Don't say anything.
Okay, no, I'm
Okay,
not
don't
gonna
mention
say.
anything. Okay.
Personal joke. Yes.
Even though Manchester City was controlling the game,
Yep.
Yeah.
Leeds showed some tenacity, even with 10 men.
This is Leeds season. I mean, they don't if you look at the players, right, they don't really on paper they don't really have the chance going against City with all the international players in City's room or in the dressing room. Right, they got all the players. Even their second stringers can actually beat Leeds if you see it paper to paper. I mean, player to player, but it's just tenacity. They just have the guts to just continue to counter, and then they got it. If the for this season they are not relegated, right? Coming from championship, it's a good season for them.
No, I mean
Staying.
it is definitely one of the better seasons. I mean, other than I can only remember Sheffield United doing so much better, because when they came up that season, they were riding the top half of the table. So Leeds is in the same rich veins of in terms of positioning, because again, championship side, and they are now looking at 10th place, which is not bad. I mean, honestly, truly not bad comparing to the likes of West Brom and Fulham, the other two promoted.
Credits to the manager.
Credits
So,
to manager,
Yep.
definitely.
the squatting helps.
I don't know
Relief
how he can do that.
tension.
No,
Yeah,
I am
relief
42. I cannot do that.
They
can do
gave
that.
him a seat.
He
they
has a
prepared
stool,
seat for him.
water
He
cooler.
have a stool. Yeah,
Yeah.
he have a
But
stool.
he sit at the side like for, I don't know. He
He used the old-fashioned toilet.
Yeah.
probably
Maybe.
right.
Oh, man.
Probably, it becomes a talking point also to us. Really credits to Bielsa itself as a legendary manager. He has really made Leeds look like they will definitely stay in the Premier League for at least 2-3 seasons.
Truly the master.
Yes, truly the master, man. Truly
Yeah.
master. And beating Man City is a good scalp that he can put on the
Yeah.
Manchester City, you know.
Yeah.
10 men.
Yeah.
10 men.
10 men some more.
Yeah.
My God.
Don't say that. Don't say.
Don't say- I'm
This
not
kind
gonna
of things don't
I'm
say.
not
Lah.
gonna say, I'm not gonna say. Yeah.
Don't say that. Another big talking point is actually Manchester United's previous game against Spurs. A lot of things to talk about, right?
Yeah.
I think we give the next 25 minutes to you. Lah.
Yes. We give the podium to you.
We give the podium to you.
Yeah.
Well,
What's this?
I like to. There is a quote, revenge is best served cold. But this one we give them raw.
Raw, 3-1 raw.
Yeah, because this was at their home. I mean, of course, we would have liked to have beaten them in a more comprehensive manner, like what they did back at Old Trafford.
wanted to trash them lah.
But that's just the essence of it, because at the end of the day, the best team won. I like to say in Mourinho's words, because he always claims that he's always the best team.
The best team didn't win.
Yeah, exactly. So against you all, right? Yeah. So the best team won, and I just want to say that Spurs players are just
Pamela, who else?
Eric Pamela. Then now got Sonny. I mean, I have nothing against.
So it's not a
Actually-
foul, lah. Actually, his face being hit.
Because when I was watching the game live, and of course, at the instance where it happened, he goes down.
Yeah.
Referee waves. I believe he waved on, or he did not, but he did not call a foul. That's for sure, because he did literally stand maybe 10 to 15 meters behind, so he can see what happened, but he didn't call the foul. He let play continue. The goal happened, and then there was a call for VAR, which absolutely didn't make any sense. And then when they called for the VAR for a possible foul, I mean, I guess the iteration of the law is basically at the start of the attack. So unfortunately, that happens to be the start of the attack, because he dispossesses the player, he gets the ball, and then Son tries to hug him in that situation. So he brushes him off, and squares the ball, and then the whole gameplay happens, goal happens. But so they called back for the foul, which again blew my mind. And then
to you, it wasn't.
Yeah, and then of course the referee and the VAR box did not call for any decision. So he said they cannot decide on it. Let the on-match referee, on-pitch referee decide it, and then he decides to disallow the goal for infringement or foul or something.
Which is correct lah. Which is, to be okay, that decision where if the VR cannot make decision and let the referee make decision, that's correct.
Given to the
the onus should be given to the referee to make a decision lah. Like if let's say you see a line drawn and it's humped or whatever, you cannot make decision. The referee should make the decision, right? But sometimes it's the referee making the wrong decision, and this is every week so far. We always have something to say about this. This season, right? The referees have been
inconsistent.
Terrible.
I mean, first of all, if you look at the whole action, the whole sequence of it happening, it appears to be a slap to the face, right? He blows him away.
It looks like normal. Yeah.
But the thing is, it's like the entire arm has to move that backwards to hit him, and obviously he's done that because he wants to avoid the hugging, right? Because he was going for it, and then just because when the impact happened, he let go and he tumbles, and all the drama. But that's the thing. I mean, like, it is a combat sport. I mean, okay, not combat sport. But it is a body contact sport, right?
Contact sport, yeah.
It's a contact sport, and in the context of that, I believe this is not a foul because the player tried to hold him down, and I would say McTominay anticipated the movement approach, and then he reacted in a certain way, all at with his eyes only forward. There's no malintention to just hurt this player, but he's looking forward to play the ball. So which he did, but the thing is how the player reacts, because Son is okay. It's a touch to the face, nowhere near eyes or whatsoever. Clearly on the cheek. I mean, he rolled down like a monster truck hit him. I mean, Son has a good.
He cannot move really.
I mean, to me, I would say Son has a good retirement career because he can join the K drama. Because that's how it is. He literally. I mean, I'm not exaggerating. You can just go and see a replay. It took literally a few minutes to just get up from that. Which
after that he scored the goal.
Which is I mean,
as if nothing.
Exactly. So which I totally dislike, because in the first game at home, Eric Pamela did the same thing. He play acted, got Martial sent off, and that happened. And then this is no difference.
I think Son is a nice guy. Okay, what do you guys think? Did he overreact, or was it a foul? Should it have been a foul, or did Son overreact, and was it deliberate? Because Son is a nice guy. I think we know that Son is a nice guy. That time when he got the red card, he cried, right? When he made the foul for the player on the opponent, right?
Yes.
So I mean, is it because of Mourinho? So the question is, when Mourinho was in charge with Manchester United, do you think that Mourinho asked the players to say, "Hey, come on, let's play"?
If
you dramatize it,
dramatize the context.
Be a K-drama.
I mean, if you look at how United has stepped up this season, it's about the mentality. I mean, the previous season is all about how Klopp described his Liverpool team as mental giants, right?
Mentality giants.
And I mean, I dare say this season it's us, because there's no way a team can do this for 20 over games, coming back from a losing position and to eventually win the game. I mean, it takes a certain character. I mean, especially going to halftime, losing, so the team is more demoralized. But of course, they have one full half to plan ahead and devise a plan to come back. So it takes a lot of tenacity and physical mentality. I mean, physical presence to do all this. And I believe if the team is going to win a game, then they will do all they can to win the game physically and mentally. Like your gameplay and your physical has to match. And that's the thing. That Spurs team did not show mentality. Like they did not show like they want to win the game. All they wanted is to be sour grapes about United.
This season they haven't shown anything.
Yeah. So it is not a team worth defending. You know what I mean? It's like you say so much. Oh, this team has Son, has Dele Alli, has Lucas Moura, Harry Kane. What's the point? As in that's really the debate right now. Like, would you call this team because they're managed by a top manager and they have...
Well, in Mourinho's word, let's talk about 3 UCLs. Let's talk about 3 EPL titles.
The only manager I don't want to
talk to
discuss with me is Pep.
Yeah. The only person who qualifies to talk to me is Pep. Yeah. Not a manager who hasn't won anything.
Yes.
I
mean, it's brave.
It's true.
It is true. Nobody's denying that. I mean, nobody's denying that. But if you look at the legacy Ole is setting, he took over from Jose as a caretaker manager, proven to become permanent manager. So let's look at a record from his permanency, right?
Looking forward.
Looking forward. So he literally brought this team. So he has this season he's essentially matched Mourinho's record at United because his best finish for United was second position. And last season was third for us. And then this season, we literally have cemented second position. So, give the man some credit because he is in this manager position for 2 years now. And then you are a proven manager because you started way ahead of Ole. So,
don't forget, they won PSG.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't get his argument. I get it. You have... like trophies
Maybe
and all
become
that.
A grumpy old man.
Yeah,
don't look back in anger. Yeah. Don't look back in anger.
Okay. Go single, that one.
I mean,
go single.
I mean, you gotta look at the number of years you've been a manager. What? Yeah. So his argument is immediately invalid. You know what I mean? So if Ole has 10 years as a manager and you have 10 years as a manager, and in that X amount of years you have this much a trophy and Ole has none. That's a valid argument because yes, you're comparing apples to apple. So he likes to talk. I mean, first of all, when Ole came out of the press conference or the post-match, interview, he was asked about the incident and clearly Ole expressed the unhappiness that he went down too easily, overreacted, and then of course he made a comment about if that was my son, he will not get any food because I'm also thinking like wait, because I've played in football matches, I've been in really rough physical matches, and I don't remember seeing someone reacting like that for a hit on the face. I've gotten scratches over my face before, and we just brush on. We even though we are not professionals, but we brush on. We just shake our head. Sorry, bro, that happened. We just move on, and that is what I'm failing to see in the most professional league in the world because that was clearly dramatic. He's rolling. He's like as if a cement truck hit him, not a hand.
But that didn't stop you guys from winning convincingly
from the back.
3-1.
Yeah.
So let's talk about performance. Besides the maybe the play acting.
I mean, second half you can tell justice was served because we came out with an intention.
Wanted it more.
And it has now become personal because. It was seeming like they were targeting United players because if I'm not wrong, McTominay was on a yellow, very early yellow, so they were trying to get him another yellow so that he can get red carded. So that essentially was their tactic. to try to get this guy into
to rile
trouble.
people up. And
Yeah,
all that.
and
So they
then
were aiming
aiming
McTominay,
him
yeah.
so that he will get recarded and then they can come back. So which is
Dirty,
petty,
Mourinho's team.
which is dirty, and
Sneaky.
disgusting. Yeah,
Sneaky.
so
That's
uh,
normal lah. I think that's football.
that's Mourinho. I think
Oh,
this
that's
is-
Mourinho.
To
I
me,
think
that's football.
yeah,
That's normal.
that's normal. I mean,
Yeah.
that's coming from him. You expect no less lah. This is Mourinho, and then I am surprised, truly surprised, because with the kind of firepower they have, they did not choose to come at us, and we did it.
I think it was mentioned last week as well. You guys are now the master of comebacks.
Yeah.
There's how many games that you guys have trailed,
Yeah.
but overcame the scoreline
20
to win
games,
the
20
game.
games,
at the
Over
end.
22 or 23 games from losing
Good job,
position.
very Ferguson
Yeah.
kind of style.
Yeah, man.
Old boy.
I mean,
never give up.
Ferguson.
Never give up.
This has to. It's the entire team performance. Again, all the naysayers will say about our team at the back, but this defense is definitely doing
Holding
well.
on, holding strong, yeah.
Maguire had a decent game. Lindelof had a decent game. Of course, he could have done better to avoid the Son goal. He was, in the wrong position, so he couldn't direct the ball.
That one, R1 cross difficult lah.
Yeah, correct.
Cross difficult.
So especially if the players actually facing the other
Yes,
side.
yes, correct. You do not know who's
There's no
behind,
way.
you know.
There's no way they can
Yeah,
flip
yeah.
and
That's right.
So you guys
divert
are
the ball.
you guys are confident against Burnley?
Burnley again. It will be. We had I think a decent outing the previous time against Burnley. So I believe we just have to continue. And looking at the remaining matches, and of course, with consideration of Europa, Ole has a bunch of players that he can unleash. Especially looking forward to the second leg of the Europa.
See you guys in the final.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Confident.
This guy, if this guy has all the confidence in the world.
You also confident in the final. What do you mean that this guy? Both of them confident.
No,
When
I
you
haven't talked about final yet. He says see you guys in the final.
Okay,
he
he
determined
say
for
okay.
me. He
Oh.
has determined that
Not bad, not bad.
for me.
No, when you want
like
to talk about mental strength,
Yeah.
right? The greatest mental strength is Arsenal supporters.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I
For
have to
20
admit.
years,
Yeah, I don't agree.
we are
I don't
always staying
disagree.
strong.
Yeah, I don't
30 years.
disagree.
Without title. 20 years, always transitioning.
Oh. Salute lah, salute to Arsenal fans.
So salute to
I have to
Arsenal
salute to
fans
Arsenal
for the
fans.
mental strength.
Yeah. I have to salute to Arsenal fans.
So we've got young players that we are excited to look at, like Amad Traore. He scored the equalizing goal for us, the one that got us through the Milan tie. So I mean, he's an exciting prospect that I want to see. So hopefully, remaining games he'll be playing more.
Really?
And yeah,
You guys got a lot of things going on now.
I
You
mean-
want to put a youngster.
yeah. I mean,
Then you give up the title already, basically.
no. As long as we're winning lah, from winning position, win maybe around 70 minutes.
Oh,
Then blood all these youngsters lah.
yeah, okay
I
lah.
think Ole has proven himself for you to kind of trust that, okay, if he makes that decision, okay lah. Right? It's not as if it's an injury prone and then they are forced to play youngsters like some
Yep.
teams.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Salute.
Salute.
Okay, salute.
Yeah, because this week I salute other teams. We out of UCL already. We don't know whether we can get Europe or not for next season. So I salute other teams.
Oh, chayo.
Like my jersey, our season is breaking down. So yeah, salute other teams.
All you can see is remnants.
Yeah. Well, this is like,
Remnants of last year.
Remnants of last year lah. Huh?
yeah, stand. I stand Blackpink.
Another team that you should salute and that is also on the rise is West Ham.
Yes, I know
Recent
where you're
game,
going with. Yes.
West Ham won Leicester 3-2
Yep.
at
Goodness.
home, and they are still cemented 4th place, 1 point behind Leicester, right?
Yeah.
And they are really ex
That was
menu
a
manager.
scale,
huh?
Do
Two
you watch
goals
game?
also. 2 goals also from Lingard, and he created
Yeah,
the third
man.
goal.
Yeah.
This
Batman,
guy is.
Batman.
Yeah.
Shout out to Farid, Batman.
Yeah, Batman.
Not JL.
Batman is good. Batman. But that's the thing. There was like Farid said as well, right? They like to concede goals later on, and they did concede too, but they managed to pull through all the way. That was a late scare by Leicester City. I mean, Leicester City has a quality. You sleep only, definitely they can do it. And
but this is Leicester, it's not any easy team, right? So for West Ham to win 3-2, it shows that they deserve to be up there.
I watched the game partially, and I was very shocked to actually watch Leicester play because they were not essentially playing. Like West Ham was just coming back at them, and both managers, they had their tactics to cancel each other. That's why Leicester could come back, because West Ham was trying to use the same tactic, hit them on the back on the run, and try to score quick goals or quick succession goals, which they did, similar to the earlier match where Lingard, his Messi-like performance. It was quick goals, quick on the transition. It's counter attack. And that's how they got Leicester this time also.
He's really making a difference. He's really making West Ham up there, Lingard.
And then of course
he had a dimension actually.
So once they scored, and then Leicester was trying to play their game, both teams, they figured each other out. So that's why they cancelled each other out, because they know, okay, I know your tactic, so I'm going to counter this way.
Actually, Leicester doesn't look that threatening for most of the games, because for later part.
Yeah, I mean they're missing key players. So Madison is not playing.
Yes, that's the thing.
They also Vardy is not really playing well.
He didn't get any supplies from the rest of the players. So the lack of Madison for Leicester, that's where West Ham has somebody like Madison, which is Lingard,
Batman,
who can actually do a defense there.
So their next game against Newcastle is easy meet. Every time any team meets Newcastle is easy meet.
Easy meet. It's like
I wouldn't bet against them. I mean, this is a game for them to win. I mean, if they can do it at Leicester, they definitely can win Newcastle, because we're talking about the difference in quality, and Leicester with that much quality couldn't find any penetration at West Ham. So
I think with all the things that he has experienced with Manchester United, right, I think Moyes deserve a UCL place lah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean
his hard work.
Yes. If we were to give a spot to any team, but just saying it in a way to make me feel better lah. Actually, this is deserve it. This is deserve it. I mean, for West Ham, right? They deserve UCL spot actually. The way they are playing, the way they surprise all the other teams, the way they have the heart to play together. I mean, you look at the players, right? The players that they have, how many of them is really like world class? Really world class. They are doing something like Leeds, but at that level, at the higher level. Because Leeds, you see who is really world class in Leeds. But they are playing with such tenacity, the way they pass the ball, the way they...
With their new signings to check.
And so looking at West Ham, right? Actually, Moyes, salute also to Moyes.
He manages well.
He's earning his title.
Of what?
Football Genius.
Genius.
Football Genius.
It was named by Liverpool fans. Right? Liverpool fans actually. I remember...
Really?
Because...
Genius. Our fans are genius.
Because the whole thing about Football Genius came about.
We know him really genius. That's why.
The whole thing came about because he destroyed a perfectly good championship winning team. United won the league the previous season. Sir Alex last season, and then he took over. So he disbanded the entire team. And so that's why he was called the football genius.
Genius. He's genius.
So he reinvented the game. And then but this season he's earning that title through good performance, and I mean his master stroke I think is signing Jesse on loan, and he's also made good signings like Jarrod Bowen and Craig Dawson and
before Lingard itself, he's already gelling the team, which is actually a master stroke. I have to say that.
So all I think West Ham, if they want to repeat, have a good season like this, is that they have to tie down Jesse, and it's not gonna come easy.
Correct. Not easy.
Yeah,
not
because
cheap.
not cheap. Yeah,
Not cheap.
and I mean, obviously United will try to capitalize on that. But that's the thing. Moyes needs quality signings. That's the truth. That's the essence of it.
Yes,
because
man.
he needs quality signing, and he is only 80% there. Because if he's gonna rely on Jesse Lingard this much, then he has to tie this sort of caliber player, which they are not gonna come cheap.